This is the Tree of Life, Season 31, Chapter 5. In this episode, we will be talking about how distinct domains reflect distinct levels within the dialectical degeneration. In previous episodes, we talked about how there are 5 general domains corresponding to hierarchical priority: family of friends, work, civil society, religion, and media. These domains represent, relationally, hierarchical domains where priority is often in alignment for any individual subject. That is, rather than there being multiple digital structures describing a given person at any given time, there is a single unified structure, or hierarchy, governing priority with respect to reverse substitution. In this season, we have talked about how narrative, which creates a digital structure wherein the listener is the incoming consciousness and the speaker is the outgoing consciousness, in the presence of a reversed priority structure, result in intrusive impulses. This is coincident with contiguous perceptions centered around some common object, namely, synchronicity. In this season, we have also talked about how narratives exist in an array of domains, distinct individuals promulgating distinct narratives to propagate those intrusive impulses. Ordinarily, alignment is created within hierarchical structures by mirroring between the spatial plates amongst the incoming and outgoing consciousness. But alignment between stacked perceptual experiences cannot coexist in a situation where the incoming consciousness is in substitution for itself. Now, narratives exist across domains, but they can also bridge the gap between domains in the absence of pre-existing structures. That is, when there is a discrete hierarchy with alignment within a domain, that hierarchy may need narrative to bridge the gap to create alignment to a hierarchy in another domain. This is often seen in the interaction between, for example, the civil society domain and the domain of the family, where distinct hierarchies may not be consistent in priority. Thus, we can see that mirroring of an individual in, say, the work domain, in narrative, may result in spatial alignment across domains, resulting in consistent priority with, say, the domain of the family. So we see that through this alignment, a series of impulses may be affirmed for one individual across domains as they converse with another within a single domain. In hierarchical infinite recursion, the dialectical degeneration is mirrored by the shifting of priority through domains ending in the domain of the family, responsible for personalization. Thus, the unification of priority across domains is necessary for this dialectical degeneration, facilitated by the use of narrative and the intrusive impulses it generates. Thus, we see that each stage in the dialectical degeneration reflects a substitution of the incoming consciousness for itself and an intrusive impulse selected by some adjacent structure member. From all of this we can see that prior to the dialectical degeneration, the aligned hierarchies of multiple domains provide affirmation of a series of impulses, which might only be termed an archetype, which through the degeneration establishes intrusive, unidirectional affirmation and contiguous perceptions centered around a common set of objects across domains. This archetype displaces the alignment of the spatial plates along with eliminating stacked perceptions. Thus, hierarchical recursion begins with alignment unifying priority across domains through narrative filling in the gaps, followed by the dialectical degeneration establishing substitution of the incoming consciousness for itself according to the intrusive impulse of the adjacent structure member. It is likely that tautological infinite recursion sees the extrusive form of this as the priority is reversed. That's the end of the podcast for today.